Want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram and purchase you a signed copy of my book. You want to support me? Go to TikTok. Follow me at Trenches News 3837. Best audio book out on Spotify, man. Make sure y'all go check out Video Nocturnal. Yo! It's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to the channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't following them, you can follow their at the end of this video. Remember, if you got anything extra, food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature could come destroy everything, and now you homeless, so make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope everybody ate, safe, and stay focused out there. I got two stories for y'all. I got the update on Oblock 6. They trying to wiggle their way out of some shit. They ain't trying to give up. They ain't giving up. They exhausting all their remedies, it's called. And we got Lil Durk, detective commander for the police, spoke and said that they been looking into, individuals on murders through OTF. And he spoke on the case with Lil Durk now. By him being the head, he might have an opportunity to plead out to 30. So make sure y'all smash that like button. Remember, if you want to support me, go to NENEMARIE 37 on Instagram and purchase your signed copy of my book. All right, let's get started, y'all. Okay, so with the Oblock 6, it's a notification of docket entry, just in case y'all ain't got this paperwork, and it gives you, I'm going to give y'all a number inside this segment so y'all could call on the date and y'all can listen in to the hearing, but you can't record it or none of that. I'm going to get into that. Okay, I say this docket entry was made by the clerk on Thursday, November 7, 2024. Minute entry before the Honorable Martha M. Plecloud. As to Charles Liggins, Kenneth Robeson, to Carlos Alford, Christopher Thomas, Marcus Smart, and Ralph Turpin. Government second unopposed motion for an extension of time to respond to defendant's post-trial motion and for a status conference is granted. Government's consolidate response to defendant's post-trial motion is due by 12/16/2024. Defendant's reply briefs are due by 1/22/2025. The sentencing hearings are stricken. Telephone status hearing set for 11/20/2024 at 10 p.m. Dial toll-free. Call in number 1-888-684-8852. That's 888-684-8852. Followed by the conference access code, which is 948-2028#. Persons granted remote access to proceedings are reminded of the general prohibited against photographing, recording, and rebroadcasting of court proceedings. So you can't record it, you can't screen record it. If you put it on YouTube, they're going to take your channel. I'm telling you. Violation of these prohibited may result in sanctions deemed necessary by the court. Okay, so we're going to go down. Attention, this notice is being sent pursuant Rule 77 of the Federal Rules Civil Procedure of Rule 49 and the Federal Rules Criminal Procedure. It was granted by CMECF, the automated docket system of maintaining the civil and criminal dockets. All right, so that's what we got on Oblock, man. So really, they sentencing ain't going to be in February. They sentencing probably be in May sometimes. Who knows, man? They might, who knows why they getting them extra time now. Durk is arrested now, so I really don't know. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Then the second story we're going to get into is Lil Durk, man. I really think Lil Durk done, bro. I really think he done. Now that when you add up everything that's going on, and we ain't even seen who number 4 is and what he said. We ain't seen number 2, what they said. We ain't seen number 5, what he said. But we know that Durk, they said it in the indictment, that Durk called number 5. Durk and number 5 called number 2 and told him to fly from California. So with them not being in the indictment and all that shit, it gives you chills, man. And number 2 is a shooter, by the way. So number 2 ain't in there. He ain't been superseded. Durk got superseded before them. So it lets you know that, yeah, it ain't all good for Durk. But I'm going to play this video, and then y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will be going live tonight. Live was lit last night. If you got anything extra, it's getting cold out there, make sure you give to the less fortunate, man.
Detective Commander Will Spieler. Will, always great to have you on. Now, you're from Chicago. What's your reaction hearing Lil Durk's been arrested for this murder for hire plot that did result in the murder of the intended victim's cousin instead?
Well, it's really not a big surprise. He grew up in Inglewood. I'm very, very familiar with Inglewood. We've had problems with these driller rappers, with feuds in the neighborhoods that resulted in many shootings, many murders, going back to the Chief Keef days and even before that. So it's not a really big surprise to me that he would have been involved in this type of activity.
And being that you've worked in Chicago, talk to me a little bit about the drill rapper scene over there and OTF. Have they ever been on your radar before?
Oh, absolutely. OTF specifically, not as an organization, but individuals involved with the OTF. You got to understand, it's not just the rap group OTF. It's the fact that they're affiliated with street gangs. And that gang is an SOS. Shoot on sight if you see them. So it's very common and still going on.
And it seems there was heavy planning involved. They bought masks, rented cars, tracked Quando Rondo down in Los Angeles. Are you surprised about this amount of planning that went into this?
No, not really. But everything you just said describes almost to a T what they're indicted for. When you talk about, there's an interstate thing. The FBI is involved because it's an interstate thing. You've got planning, you've got records, you've got interstate travel. It's not surprising when you have that much of a crew that you're going to do those kind of things. But all of those things add up to a lot of problems for these defendants.
Yeah, and according to the feds, Lil Durk even tried to flee out of the States, too. In your opinion, what does that kind of tell you about how much he was allegedly involved in all of this?
He knew that he was going to be targeted by a prosecution. And again, this happened in 2022, and the indictments happened starting with last in October for this murder that happens in 2022. So I will tell you this much. My experience with the feds are when the feds come looking for you, they pretty much already have you. So there was probably a grand jury convened. There were witnesses spoken to, and it got back to Durk that, you know what? They're hot on your trail. So I think he knew full well what was happening. And, and in the superseding indictment, they named him as the head of the organization, shot caller. That's not a good position to be in.
And there's been a lot of rumors circulating online that there was an informant within OTF that may have snitched on Lil Durk. What are your thoughts? And, from what we know so far, is anything pointing out to you that a snitch might have been involved?
I would say absolutely. A lot of information you get is from confidential sources, confidential informants. And when I worked with the feds, we did a 10-month wire. We had a bunch of informants. And not only do we have informants, we have informants that we put listening devices on and spoke to people. And that's how you build your case. And that indictment was up for 10 months. We had 51 indictments. We had one trial. Everybody else pled out. Because, and again, as this progresses, as you speak to more and more people who come in and say, all right, listen, this is what we have on you, and your sentence is from now on. When people start looking at that type of sentence, they start getting information so they can get departures. Like I said, out of that 51 count indictment, we had 50 pleas in one trial.
And we're seeing 6 men who are allegedly all involved in this murder for hire that, did end up fatally wounding Quando Rondo's cousin. What are your thoughts on this case going to trial? Do you think all 6 of them could take a plea? Do you think some could end up standing trial? What are your thoughts on where we could end up later on as this case continues to evolve?
Well, they're going to be getting offers. They're going to get offers. They're going to say, like in our case, we had the head guys were looking at life, and they pled to 30. Now, these are guys in their 20s, early 30s. Maybe they have some life after that. You're going to see people plead out in this case, depending on what they give them. But you're going to see people plead out, especially when you're looking at a life sentence. And I'm going to tell you, when the feds come after you, like I said, they've got a good case. So you're going to see some people flipping, as we say.
So that's what we got on Lil Durk, and that's what we got on Oblock 6. Hey, make sure y'all copy that number down, man, so y'all can listen in on that public hearing, man. I know a lot of y'all don't get the paperwork or don't know how to find it. You can listen to that number if you want to keep up with the Oblock. That'll be the latest information coming from the government firsthand, because you'll be listening in to the court, the Zoom call. Make sure you don't record it or none of that. I don't want nobody to be like, Trench, you sent us off. I don't want none of that. They say it's a public hearing on Pacer, so y'all, it's a public hearing. Everybody, they gave everybody the number. Now I don't know if I don't know about nothing else. Hey, but man, it look like Lil Durk and them, man, fried bologna, man. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. It look like they fried bologna. A lot of them people in them pictures, man, don't look like they finna take that life ball, man, for him, man. The guy with the glasses, man, it looked like Durk and them got a high. Grabbed a lot of creative players. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Hey, but I did see in the movie, man. I ain't getting out no advice. I did see in the movie on Power, man, on Power Force, when the Serbs, man, they people got killed, man. They called some people from overseas to come and try to handle Tommy Egan, man. I'm just saying, man. I ain't know that you're going to get the subway workers and shit. You're going to get the plumber, the lawnmower, the person who cut the grass and shit, and hire them to fly to Cali and try to kill somebody, man. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will be going live tonight. Live was lit. I will be dropping more content. Shout out to everybody who support me, man. Hey, let's say the kids. That's what it's about, man. It ain't about me, you, or nobody else, man. I'm grown, you grown. But the kids got to live to see grown. I'm out.